Hey guys, it's Tia, jumping in with a quick Women Olympic short program review. Now, there is so much to say and so much I want to say, but I'll try to keep it short with just some facts and opinions about this event. And please, if you love these skaters or anything about this event that I don't talk about, leave a comment because I'm so excited to hear about some new skaters and some new stories and just more skating in general. This was such an exciting competition to watch, and I think unlike the men's event, which I have not watched back for the sake of my mental health, I think this went fairly well. However, let's talk about it. Firstly, we have Adelia, who is representing Russia, kind of. Like, she's skating as a neutral athlete, but be for real, we know she's Russian. Personally, I am really glad that Adelia and other skaters like her have had this opportunity now to compete on an international stage. Because aside from politics, these are all people who have worked their entire life to gain these skills, and yeah, I'm just truly glad that they will get the opportunity to show that and become a name in history. But it is still a lot of pressure, and there was a lot of concern about Adelia and basically her carrying the weight of Russia on her shoulders. And while that is still true, she does appear to be handling that pretty well. She did have a strong skate, she completed all the elements that she had planned, and it was fun. I don't like the music, and like if you've watched my videos you know I'm not a fan of this program, but she does do it justice. And I think as well, because the piece has a lot of beats to it, it does give her a good opportunity to show her musicality and her rhythm. So I think all of those things do work in her favor, just to create a program that feels complete. So overall, I'm happy for Adelia. She ended up in 5th place, which is a great standing. You know, anything can happen. Anything can happen, guys. Anything can happen in the free skate. But anyway, we've seen those eyes before. They are eyes of determination and drive. So I am so excited to see what Adelia brings out tomorrow. Now the next skater is Ekaterina, and this is a person who I've followed literally since Beijing, yet I feel like I've never talked about her. And Ekaterina is one of those people, a bit like Evgenia, in that her expression and her performance is just beautiful. So I've always rooted for her, and even though I know technically she's not as strong as some of the other girls or the other girls in the field, she really does have that rooting for her. And especially the step sequence today, it was just incredible. The piece, I think it's called Don't Insist When I Say No, and it's talking about domestic violence. It is such a strong piece that needs maturity and it needs intent. And I think Ekaterina is the perfect person to demonstrate that, and honestly, regardless of placing, she should be proud of herself for using her publicity and her voice as an athlete to speak up about things that are so important. Now, I want to mention the 2 Korean girls, even though I don't really know them and I haven't followed them before. But Jia Shin skated beautifully. She recovered well in the second half of the program. However, she did have a fall on her opening combo jump. So she scored decently and obviously qualified for the free skate, but regardless, the fall would have impacted and definitely reflected in her scoring. Now, Hain Lee is a controversial one because a lot of people weren't happy with her selection, being that she was literally banned for 3 years for sexual harassment, which is crazy and goes to show that these things can happen to and from anyone. I don't know, I'm not going to go into it, but people weren't happy that Hain Lee was selected over Chaeyoung Kim. But aside from this backstory, I do really love how she skates and the drama in her step sequence, that energy right until the end when she hits it in front of the judges. I love that kind of thing, and you can see that she was really putting everything into this skate. So I don't really have much else to say other than, I'm just happy she went out there and did the best that she could. Now, oh my god, Sofia Samaldakina, this is one of my current favorites. Literally love at first sight. I love the routine, the dress, oh my god. Her performance, her strength, just everything comes together so perfectly with her, and I really wish she was scored higher. Because be for real, why is she not getting higher marks? From my untrained eye, or semi-trained eye, her jumps are great. They're clean, they look so effortless, and even the ripon just adds that level of difficulty. Her spins look good, her performance, I mentioned that, her choreography, I think it just really sells it. This is a Hungarian folk dance routine, and if you told me that she was a trained Hungarian folk dancer, I would believe you. I really, really liked this routine. And I loved that she was happy and just taking in the moment to to enjoy it. Because it is the Olympics. How many people can say they've skated at the Olympics? Like, you just gotta take that as it is and enjoy it. Anyway, I did later find out that her spin combos were downgraded to a level 3, so that explains some of her marking, which is disappointing, but it's fixable, whether we see that tomorrow or in future training. I'm just happy to follow her journey. Now the next skater was Aminaki, who, spoiler alert, was your short program winner, and that is just... I knew she was capable of it, and especially being the only other skater attempting a triple axel, I kinda knew if she landed the triple axel, she was going to be well up there in the top 5, in the top 3, whatever. But oh my god, guys, she landed the most perfect triple axel I think I've ever seen her do. Everything else was flawless. And girl, she won the hearts of everyone in that arena because you are not fooling anyone with that smile. She is just such a little cutie, and I am really glad that her coaching team is playing on that kind of youthful, bouncy, fun packaging. Because she is literally still so young. She's 17 in her debut senior season, so of course the routine's gonna be childish. She's a child. So yeah, anyway. It was a huge personal best for Ami, and it was the only... How do I say this? Her short program score is the second highest of the entire season so far. The only other person who has scored higher than her has been Kari Sakamoto. So, come on. 3-time world champion. And she beat Kari at this competition. More spoilers, but yeah. As literally, Ami's skate today is just giving, hello senior level, I am ready for you. Next was Luna Hendricks, and honestly I'm not a big Luna fan, but I can appreciate that she is a really strong skater and a strong performer, and when she is on, she is on. So I am happy for her, and especially this moment after the stuff that she has been through to get here, I can really empathize with her, and I am so glad she got to have her moment, even though she's not my cup of tea. Another skater I don't really know is Nina Pezzaroni from Belgium, and she is one of my teammates' favourite skaters, so I do know her name and I've seen little bits and pieces of her, but not the full routine. So first impression of her short program, I liked her positions and her spins, and her extensions as well, but I just feel like overall I needed more. Now, without talking for another 20 minutes, we're going to start with some of the bigger names, and we have Alyssa Liu. And honestly, I just get lost for words when I watch her skate, because she is so mesmerizing, and I've talked about this program, I love this program. I love how Alyssa really embraces the softness and the delicacy of this music, even though she presents more alternative and more powerful as an individual. Guys, get you a girl who can do both, because oh my god. Now, Alyssa was in 3rd place after the short program, which is a great spot to be in when you're going for an Olympic medal, guys, okay? She landed a triple Lutz triple loop, which is, I believe, the hardest combination that we've seen this competition. So that alone sets her tech up compared to most of the girls doing flip toe or Salchow, like stuff that's not as textbook difficult. But anyway, Alyssa, Miss American Queen of Consistency, you pulled through once again, and I am just so proud. I'm so proud of the kind of person and role model that she is. Now, we have another one of the Blade Angels, and that is Isabel Levito. And what do we have? We have the Queen of Consistency, and now we have the Character Queen, because Isabel is just another skater who is so big in her components. So I love how she takes on the characters, and especially this character, and she's said before how natural this feels to her, and I get it. I can see that in her behavior, so that's great. I love the red. I love the red dress. It is just so stunning. And these girls are so pretty. Like, oh my god. The it girl. The ice princess. However, compared to the other girls, her base value tech-wise isn't as high. So for her to place in 8th, I think that is a good position for Isabel. Like, I wouldn't consider her to be an Olympic medal contender. But who knows? And overall, I just wish her the best. Now, even though I'm literally speechless, we're going to talk about my favourite ray of sunshine, Kari Sakamoto. And I didn't take any notes with this routine, I was just taking it in, because it's her last skate ever. Her last short program. Her last competition. Her last Olympics. There's so many lasts, so many things to say goodbye to, and like this routine, time to say goodbye. It's not time. Because she is cooking right now. She nailed everything on her planned content list. It was just flawlessly executed. Her double axel will forever be iconic. And obviously she's in 2nd place after the short program. She is up there on her game. So why are you leaving, girl? Just do another Olympic cycle, please, for the sake of me. I just can't. Like, if you're watching my video right now and you actually want comments and opinions about Kaori, just go watch her skate, please. Just go watch her routine and then come back to me because you just need to experience it. Now, because the Olympics and the ISU loves to break my heart, we're going to go from the happy, joyous, bubbly reactions of Kaori Sakamoto to my absolute inspiration, favorite skater ever, Amber Glenn. And I am just so obsessed with this woman. I love how she skates, I love who she is, her personality, her silly little quirks. I'm obsessed with everything that she stands for, despite the threats and the criticisms that people give back to her. And yeah, I'm mad about that because to make change, you need to use your voice. And I'm just so thankful that Amber is brave enough to use her platform and to use her following in such a respectable manner. But looking at her skating for today, she does have one of the highest technical base values. However, for her to get up there into that podium realm, she needs to nail everything. She was close, she got the triple axel, but it was the triple loop that caused problems today. She popped it into a double, which I want to say is better than a fall, but because doubles are not recognized at this level, it also means that she gets no marks whatsoever for the jump. And she knew that, like, she was absolutely shattered, heartbroken when she came off the ice, just immediate tears. I just wish I could hug her and have her know that everyone in this community and everyone in this sport is so proud of everything she has done. So regardless of placing, she has won so much more than a medal could ever be worth. Now switch up, again, we're going to talk about the 4th place skater, which is Mon Shiba, and a little bit like Aminaki, this is also a very fun, kind of youthful routine. So it's good that that is a part of her packaging, but at the same time, there is so much speed and power and precision in this routine that makes it feel very mature and finished. And it feels like an Olympic program, and looking at her technical content, everything went really well, but there could have been a Q mark on her combination jump, so a little error there that might have been why she finished in 4th rather than higher. But it's a close game, and if she can hold it together and bring that kind of calmness and readiness that she had at this competition, I think she's definitely a contender for an Olympic medal. Anyway, don't forget, anything can happen in the free skate, so take my words with caution, and that is the end of my short program review. So until we meet again, I encourage you to go and watch these routines and pick someone you don't know and learn about them, support them. Because these are all just kids with big dreams, and as athletes, as a society, we have so much to learn from these people. So we'll talk about this again soon, but until then, like, comment, subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!